Can you talk a little bit about the evolution in enrollment marketing for charter schools that you're seeing lately?
For sure. I mean, for years, the best, bar none, beyond any sort of marketing tactic, the biggest single driver when it comes to success for enrollment is word of mouth. So, as a
Mm.
marketer and a brand exercise, everything we're trying to do for schools is how do we support word of mouth and how do we drive word of mouth as well? Because that touches on foundationally every element of marketing, from awareness, right? Students and parents getting to know that our school exists, through consideration. They're comparing their options. They've narrowed them down. They've done their research, all the way through what we consider a conversion event, like an enrollment in this case of a school. And then, of course, loyalty and retention. We want to keep that student at our school for the foreseeable future, for the grades that we educate our students in, right? So it's all parts of that. And what drives every part of that is word of mouth. So ultimately, as we think about enrollment, it's what can we do within awareness, consideration, conversion, and then loyalty and retention to really drive that marketing experience with a prospective student and then our current students and community at large, those being parents and grandparents and ambassadors of our brand. Specifically around the evolution, what's been really interesting, if you look at the pandemic as sort of an inflection point, we did a lot of the sort of tried and true things as marketers do when it comes to charter schools for driving awareness. Things like search marketing, pay-per-click, display ads, banner advertising, those sorts of things. Email marketing for consideration, right? You get someone to your page, they give you your email address, you start talking to them about what your school does, driving them into an enrollment conversation, hopefully getting them on campus to have a tour, to do an open house, and then hopefully selecting your school. What we've seen over the last few years is, yes, those things all have downline impacts on actually converting students and driving enrollment. But the channels with which our parents and our students are finding out about schools, are considering schools, are often very different than what they were before. Those tried and true places, search marketing, organic search marketing, banner advertising, email marketing, they're still there and they're still driving incredible success for schools. But things like anything related to video, the rise of TikTok, the rise of YouTube ads, the rise of really anything around motion and images and video has had a huge impact on enrollment efforts, especially over the last 12 months. I was actually just talking to some of our project managers and the leader of our enrollment team at Charter School Capital, and we were looking at our last season of enrollments over the summer. And probably the biggest insight that came out of that work over the past 6 to 12 months is just how much impact video and video advertising is having on generating awareness and consideration and conversion for charter schools.